Christina and I'm the cake demonstrator for Katy Sue Designs, and in this Craft Academy I'm going to be showing you how to use some of the Katy Sue products to decorate your cupcakes. I'm going to start off by showing you how to create these beautiful designs around this cupcake, and they're made using the Katy Sue Impress tools. So these are the Impress tools. In each set you will get 8 ends and 1 stylus, and you'll also get an extra tool. So the tools will have a pronged end. So here I've got the curved prong, the scallop prong, and its friend on the opposite end, its partner, is a solid scallop. Here I have a solid teardrop, and on its corresponding end a pronged teardrop shape. Now these tools will enable you to build up lots and lots of pretty designs similar to the one on this cupcake, but you will always be guaranteed to get that precision with these tools. I've got my fondant under a sheet of plastic. That's just to keep it fresh. So the tools will enable us to get lots of different effects depending on the surface we're using them on. So I'm going to start off on my hard surface, and I'm going to start by using the pronged end. So if I use this pronged end on here, I've just got the teardrop on here, so that will enable me to build up a pretty pattern of teardrops. Now if I move this over onto my pad, onto the soft pad, because the prongs are tapered, the pad will actually enable the prongs to go further into my paste, and that will create a much bolder pattern. You see how bold that pattern's become now compared to the delicate first one. Now staying on my pad, if I now switch to the solid end, so the solid teardrop, I can now create a pattern of solid teardrops with that solid outline. The bit I really love is when I move this onto a solid surface, still using that solid end, and as I press now, it will actually cut out that teardrop. So now I get that two-tone effect. So I can actually use 2 colour pastes and layer this up and have that sort of eyelet effect on there, which looks really pretty. It looks like lace or broderie anglais. So now I'm going to use the pronged end to decorate a cupcake, to create that border I was talking about earlier. And this will give me the chance to show you how these attachments connect. So you see on this handle here we have a little locator. That locator is where I will keep my finger while I'm working, but it will also match up with this locator here. There's a little blue locator. So if I pop that onto the stylus and give it a twist, make sure them two locators are lining up now. That way when I'm working on the side of my cake, I can actually work without having to keep checking the end of my tool to see which way is up. So now that's in place, I'm going to start creating the pattern around the edge of my cupcake. So I'm going to keep my finger on that little locator. I'm just going to take my glasses off for this close-up and just work my way around this cupcake, just creating that scalloped effect. Now you'll notice on here I'm actually leaving a very slight gap in between each one, and that's because I like to use the extra tool that's included in this kit just to create more of a flounce really. It just gives it a more lacy effect just by adding the extra little dot. You'll be surprised how much it can change just by adding a little dot. It can change the whole effect. Get to the end and it actually matches up. Now I'm going to take the little stylus, so this has just got the 1 prong on the end, and I'm just going to add just 1 extra little pinprick where those scallops meet. I'm just going to pop this down so I can do it a little bit quicker. I'm working quite close to the edge of my cupcake now. But this takes out all the guesswork. The Impress tools, it's always going to look nice and precise. You can get some really beautiful designs which I don't think you could ever really build up in any other way. So I've popped all of those extra little dots in, and now I'm going to make it look even more lacy, and I'm going to add another little dot in where the little scallops go up. So just 1 additional dot, and you could pipe a little bit of royal icing or use a little sugar pearl. You could pop that into these little dots, and it will mean, if you've made the hole already, it will mean you can place your little embellishments really precisely on there, and again add to the beauty of this pattern. Just work my way around this cupcake. This looks lovely on your large cakes and on your cookies too. And there we have the finished design. So we've got a pretty border around the cake, and we could either leave that plain as it is or decorate the centre. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. Please join me again for another Craft Academy where I'll be showing you lots more ideas.